How's everybody doing out there, guys? Thanks for checking me out again. I'm just going to do a quick video to show you some of the things I picked up at F.Y.E again yesterday. I just can't pass up that deal that they got going on. They have a huge sale going on, and then on top of it they have buy 2 used items and get the third one for $1. So I picked it over pretty good over the last couple weeks. I'm going to kind of stay away for a while now, let it kind of build back up. They're going to have to get more titles in and get that horror section replenished before I go back in there. But I'll show you a couple of the things I got yesterday. And I feel like I got a really good score on the last item I'm going to show you guys. You let me know what you think of it. This first one here is called The Collapsed. And I had never heard of the film before. But at these prices, I mean, you can afford to kind of take a gamble on some of this stuff. It's almost like renting a movie. You know, back in the day you could rent a couple titles for a few bucks and then you'd have to return it. Well, here it's like a rental, but now I'm keeping it. It's an Anchor Bay release. And I just kind of read a little bit about it to you guys. It sounded interesting to me. In the wake of the end of the world, a family of 4 desperately tries to survive. Their goal, escaping the city and traveling to a rural community where they once called home. The constant threat of the violent death forces them to stay far away from civilization as possible. They take to the forest only to discover the danger posed by other survivors may be the least of their worries. So it's kind of a survival of an apocalypse, and these are the type of movies that I really enjoy. And I do collect the Anchor Bay titles, so it's kind of a win-win, and then the small price at the top. I mean, it was a no-brainer. I had to grab that one. That's The Collapsed, and that one came out in 2011. So that's a film from 2011. Next one here is another Anchor Bay, and it's called Nothing Left to Fear. And I don't know anything about the film. A pretty decent price tag up there at the top. And with the sale, you get the third used for $1. I mean, it's pretty hard to pass this up, and I hope you guys out there are taking advantage of this, going to your local F.Y.E and grabbing some of these titles. Find some stuff that maybe you've been putting off, or maybe some stuff that you would probably never have picked up, but the price now is so good you might as well grab it. That's the case with me for some of these here. So this is kind of looks like it's a haunted house, paranormal type film, so I'll check that out. And the third and last Anchor Bay here is The Entity, starring Barbara Hershey. It's supposed to be based on a true story. You know, this title was out of print for a while, and then they re-released it. This is the re-released version. I think this one is there's a couple special features. We'll look at the back here. It has The Entity Files, an all-new documentary directed by Perry Martin about the true life entity case, which is cool. And that documentary features parapsychologist Dr. Barry Taff. Also has a theatrical trailer, posters, still gallery, and a DVD-ROM original screenplay. It's a film from 1981, and I do have fond memories of this film. And I know I said in previous videos I'm not really into the paranormal entity type movies, but this is a good one, and this is a classic. Going back to my childhood, so I thought I'd pick that up. The price was not too bad, $6.99. So I got a couple of IFC Midnight titles here on DVD. This first one is called Beneath. And if you look at that price at the top, you're going to notice that I overpaid on this one quite a bit, and there is a reason for that. You could probably get this particular title on eBay or Amazon for around $6. $6 shipped, I would say, and it says I paid $12.99, which I really didn't pay that much, but I paid much more than $6. The reason that I picked this up for this price is because this was one of the type of movies I had seen the preview before. They do show the previews quite a bit on some of these IFC Midnight titles. You'll see previews for some of their previous titles. And as I was watching, I thought this one looked really, really good, and it caught my eye. And I thought to myself, it was one of those movies where I wasn't going to go out and grab it, but if I happened to see it out, I'd grab it. And I paid a little more than if I would have got it on eBay, but I picked it up. I have it home that same day, so I don't have to wait for shipping. I know that sounds like a weird plan of how to pick up a movie, but this was just kind of an impulse buy at the time. So this one came out in 2014, and it's kind of a creature feature film. It's about coal miners this time. They're exploring a part of the coal mine that had been collapsed, and they come across some creatures down there. And it looked like it was pretty gory from some of the previews, and it looked like it was had some pretty good tense moments in it. And this was definitely one that I did want to add to the collection. So, and the second and last IFC Midnight title that I picked up yesterday is The Last Winter, and this is a Larry Fessenden film, and I kind of downgraded a little bit on this because this particular title is available in the Larry Fessenden Scream Factory box set, the 4-film box set that they came out with last year, and which I actually have 2 of those box sets. One of them is signed by Larry Fessenden, and the other one is my viewing copy. So I already have seen this movie, but I really do enjoy this film, and for $4.99 I wanted to pick up some of the IFC Midnight films. And I just like to have this kind of stuff in my collection, so I thought the movie was really good. It's probably the best film in the Fessenden box set, at least in my opinion. Other people may probably say Wendigo, but that's right up there too. Can't go wrong with any of those Fessenden films. Okay, here we go. I have a film that I never had on DVD or Blu-ray until now, and this is My Bloody Valentine 3D. I do have the original, and that is now out of print. I thought I'd go ahead and grab this one here for $5.99 or whatever. And it's a 3-disc set here. You have the Blu-ray 3D version, and then disc 2 is the 2D version, and then you also have a 3rd disc, which is the digital copy, and then it comes with 4 pairs of glasses. Apparently, I haven't opened it up to look yet. This was used, so you never know what you get when you're buying a used edition. But I do have my own. I don't like the paper 3D glasses anyway, because it kind of irritates the top of my ear. So what I do is I have some custom-made, not custom-made, I mean I ordered them from eBay years and years ago. They just have like the plastic frames like sunglasses, and then they have the red lens and blue lens, and they work beautifully. So not really a big fan of watching films in 3D, but I'll check that out. Here is the 2009 remake of Night of the Demons, which I've never owned until now. This is an E1 release, and this movie has been critically panned for the most part. I don't expect a lot out of it, but I do like these kind of films. I have fun with them. So it does have some audio commentaries with a lot of the cast and the writer-director. And it has a Behind the Bloodbath featurette, so it does have some pretty good special features here. Thought that was a pretty good grab for $7.99. And here's one that was kind of another impulse buy. I don't just go in there and grab stuff and head out. When I go into the F.Y.E stores, I'm in there for at least an hour. I'm not kidding you. I go through every title. I go through a couple different sections. I go through the sci-fi, horror, westerns, all that stuff. So when I'm in there, I do spend a good amount of time, and I kind of do read. This one jumped out at me, the last broadcast. I'll read a little bit on the back, see if you guys like it too. Maybe you might want to pick it up. It looks like it's kind of a found footage film, and it says, ambition, obsession, madness, damnation, and death. And that's just the beginning of the last broadcast. On December 15, 1995, a 4-man team from the cable access program Fact or Fiction braved the desolate New Jersey Pine Barrens, determined to deliver a live broadcast of the legendary monster, the Jersey Devil. That right there, that first little paragraph, sold me on the film. And I don't care if the movie's terrible, I will still enjoy this movie. And it says, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, it took the police 2 days to find the remains of 2 torn and battered bodies. The third was never found. So you can go along on this journey in the New Jersey Pine Barrens and follow this documentary crew as they're looking for the monster. And I love the outdoors horror films, and it looks like it has the different elements. I don't know if that's snow and ice and just... So this one looked really good for me for the price, $5.99. So I scooped that one up. And here's another one that's, it was so cheap I just scooped it up. This one's called Alive or Dead, the widescreen unrated edition. And I kind of like these Mad Men, you know, inbred mountain men killers, backwoods slasher type films, over the top gore. These are really fun to watch. And they almost always start the same, and it says, while traveling down a desolate road, Maria comes up upon an apparently abandoned school bus, and a girl has written "Help me" on one of the windows. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's a LionsGate release from 2007. And I, you know, thought I'd go ahead and grab that, add that to the collection. Here's one that was brand new. This is a Robert Kurtzman film called The Rage. And it was brand new, still in the seal, never been used, and it was less than $3. And it's the unrated director's cut. It almost looked to me like it was a Reanimator ripoff. I mean, just looking by the cover. So other than that, I don't know anything about the film, and this is the unrated, like I said, and looks like it's kind of a rubber mask monster type film, and I do enjoy those. There's another mad scientist type thing, so it does look like it is kind of a Reanimator ripoff, which is okay with me. I'll check that out. Reanimator is my favorite horror film of all time. So here is one that has been talked about over the last few years. This one has been out now for a while. It's been out over 10 years, I believe, or so. Let's see, 2006. So it's been out for 10 years. Never watched it. Never really had the urge to watch it. I have watched the original Vincent Price House of Wax, and I thought that was a very good, solid film. And I think what kind of threw me off on this one is the Paris Hilton acting. But from what I read on reviews and from some of the videos I've watched here on YouTube, it seems that a lot of people do like this movie. So I thought maybe it's time I give it a chance. And at that price, $4 for a Blu-ray. Even if I do not like the film, I'm not out much, but I have a feeling I will like it because a lot of the people who I watch and follow here on YouTube, who I feel like we have the same type of tastes in movies, I think these guys do like the movie, so I think I'll like it too. And it has some pretty good special features, some bloopers and commentaries and on-location stuff. And it looks like there's some featurettes designing House of Wax and the house built on wax. Special effects, visual effects, House of Wax, and all kinds of stuff. So it looks like it's a really good addition for the money. So I went ahead and grabbed that one. Here's one that was, it's been out for a couple years kicking around. I saw this at Walmart quite a few times, never grabbed it. And then by the time I did want it, I went to Walmart, it was gone. So I don't think it's hard to find. I don't think they ever restocked the title after it was sold out. But it's a slasher film, and it looks like it's pretty silly. But I think a lot of horror films are pretty silly, but they all have a certain charm to them. So I'm sure I'll find this to be entertaining. It's rated R. Came out in 2013. A twisted killer is let loose. A college student yearning for a fresh start. Internet trolls looking for trouble. It all comes together in Smiley, the most terrifying and controversial horror. Sorry guys, I'm tongue-tied today. Controversial horror film of the year. So, it's kind of like a teen horror. Not really much into the teen horror scene, but some of them are fun to watch. I'll take a look at that one. Next one here is a zombie flick called The Mad, unrated edition here. A little tagline at the bottom says, "You are what they eat." So I thought, what the hell, man? For less than $5, I'll go ahead and roll the dice on this one here. And let's see, this is from Peace Arch. I think this is a Canadian film, and it just says, "A trip to a county diner turns hysterically homicidal. In this gruesome chiller thriller, that will have you gasping for more. When local customers start turning into mindless, flesh-eating zombies looking for a bite to eat, it's up to a visiting doctor and his rebellious daughter to stop the bloody carnage before they become the next entree. If you are what you eat, then in this small town, that might just make you one of the mad. So, silly, mindless, check your brain at the door, grab a popcorn, bowl of popcorn, grab a big soda, just sit down for, what is it, hour and a half, and just relax. These are the kind of movies you have no thinking to do, and that's a good little addition to the collection, because I do have quite a few of those type of movies. Now here I got another one of these guys last week when I went to F.Y.E. and got a pretty decent size haul. They had a stack of these Man of Steel digibooks with the lenticular cover, and if you can see the sticker here, I got a pretty good glare, but it says $5 with any purchase. So now I have a total of 3 of these. One I had in my collection already, and then I picked one of these up last week, and I picked one up yesterday. So I do have a total of 3. I'm going to be giving 2 away, and it's the exclusive Target digibook. It's pretty thick. I think it has like a 30-page book inside, and it comes with the Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital copy. So it's a really nice addition. And when this first came out, it was hard to find. People were hoarding them. They were going to their Target, grabbing everything on the shelves, and then a lot of the good collectors were missing out. But it's good to see now that you can score something like this for $5, and I'll hook you guys up in one of my contests. I'll give you guys some of this stuff. And then my last 2 pickups are probably my favorite 2 pickups this week from F.Y.E. And the first one here is the X-Files, I Want to Believe. And this is the Ultimate X-Files edition. Is that what it's called? Let me see here. There's a sticker in the way. Yeah, the Ultimate X-File edition. I got that for less than $4. 3 hours of revealing special features. And it's used, but it looks like brand new. It's from 2008. So I'm looking forward to checking this out on Blu-ray. I did have it on DVD at one time. And then here was my biggest steal of the week. This is Fight the Future. Brand new, still sealed, for $10. And you guys, you serious collectors out there, know that this one's out of print. And it's going anywhere from 40 to 50 to $60. And that could be like new, watched once. This one is brand new, still sealed. So with these 2 titles here, that completes my upgrade of X-Files from DVD to Blu-ray. And now I just have to wait for the latest installment of the 6-episode series that just ended, for that to come out on Blu-ray, which will probably be about 3-4 months it'll be on Blu-ray or so, something like that. So I was very happy to add these to the collection to complete that currently. So okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave any comments below. Let me know if you guys picked up anything from your F.Y.E. lately, or maybe you should plan on going out there sometime and seeing what kind of deals they have. And if you're a new viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, feel free to subscribe. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and take care. See you next time.